Automation tools in Lumeer can help you and your team save a lot of time on repetitive tasks, such as moving items to the next state, linking related records, assigning tasks to employees, and a lot more. There are 5 types of automation tools in Lumeer. Automated links that link records with matching values automatically, functions that can calculate column values in either tables or links, rules that perform actions based on specific events like record creation, update or deletion, actions that are the same as the rules but executed when the user clicks on a button, and timers that are similar to the rules but executed based on predefined timing conditions. You can easily set the automations by combining many pre-made blocks, visually like Lego blocks. We will go over all the information you need to start creating your own rules and functions. Every rule and a function is made of so-called blocks. These blocks can have ears on the left side, round holes on the right side, arrows on the bottom and triangle holes on the top. You can recognize which blocks can be combined like a puzzle by these features. You also need to understand the flow of information within the blocks. The following block produces a value and passes it to the next block on the left side. You can notice that the block has a smooth right side and an ear on the left side. This block expects a value from the block on the right side, produces a value and passes it to the block on the left. Again, notice the round hole on the right side and the ear on the left. Maybe the most important block is the encapsulating block. Here you can see 2 examples. The first one is for rules and the second one is for functions. Any blocks you add need to be connected to or wrapped within the encapsulating block in the end. This is like the result block. Blocks that are scattered on the canvas and not connected in any way are ignored and can cause the function or rule not to work correctly. Then there are the record blocks. They are the starting blocks. It is the best way to start your rule or function from. When working with rules, there are 2 record blocks. One labeled as old record, representing the state of the record before the action, and another labeled as new records, representing the new state of the record. In case of functions, there is a this record block that represents the current record. Now, to read the value of a specific attribute of the record, we need a getter block. You could notice that the record blocks have an ear on the left side. We need to connect a getter block with a hole on the right to it. Then we can select the attribute we want to obtain. Now we have the value of the attribute, and as you can see, the getter block also has an ear on the left. So we can pass it and work with it further, or pass it to the encapsulating block if this is the result value. Sometimes you may need to obtain a value of an attribute from a linked table or the link itself. In that case, we need to insert a link block in between the record and the getter block. Notice that we don't have a single value, but rather a list of values with the link block inserted. That is because the record can always be linked to more than one records from the linked table. And because the getter block gets a list of records on the input, it also returns a list of values of the selected attribute. And now we can use the other blocks to process the list, like concatenate the strings, compute the sum or average value, or whatever action we want to do. Then there are also loop blocks. We can loop over the records in a list and process each record one by one. Inside the loop, we can access all of the attributes of the current record. We will discuss the functions, rules and blocks further in the following lessons.